So in this video we will be covering a very important concept from matrices, that is how to find the solution of a system of equations by Gauss-Jordan method. Often students find this method very challenging and very confusing. So dear students, kindly watch this video till the end with rapt attention, because your most difficult concept will be made into a very easy concept. I'll try to explain it in a very simple way. So if you are not understanding any particular step, I request you to kindly rewind the video and watch it. So the question is that we need to solve the system of equations by Gauss-Jordan method. We need to write the augmented matrix first. What does the augmented matrix mean? We'll simply write down the coefficients of x, y, z and the constant. So the constant should be on the right hand side of the equation. That should be noted. So in the first row, we will write the coefficients of the first equation. So 1, -1, 3, 5. And in the second row, 4. Now it is 2y actually. 2, -1, 0. And in the third row, -1, 3, 1, 5. I hope this is clear. So it is 3 actually. Now what should we do is, see, we will be looking for a matrix in which we get elements in this way: d1, 0, 0. That means we will be making, we need a diagonal matrix. So we need to make these two elements 0 with help of row 1, and we need to make these two elements as 0 with the help of row 2, and we need to make these two elements as 0 with the help of row 3. So students, just remember this much, that the question can easily be solved. Now before we move in to the procedure, I like to clarify one more thing. The first equation is nothing but x minus y plus 3z is equals to 5, right, as per this. Now second equation should be 4 into x plus 2 into y minus z is equals to 0, right? Now let us say if I have to eliminate, if I want to eliminate this x here, so what can I do? I will multiply this first equation with 4. So what do I get? 4x minus 4y plus 12z is equals to 20. Now what can I do? I can simply subtract this equation from this equation. So what do I get? I get 2y plus 4y is 6y, minus z minus 12z is minus 13z is equals to minus 20. So this much, so we will be doing this only, right? Throughout the method we will be using this only. We will multiply one equation with a number and then try to subtract or add depending on the case. Now remember one thing, in the step 1, let me write step 1, we will be making these two elements 0 with the help of row 1. So now I have to make this element 0. How do I make that? So row 2, I am applying an operation on row 2. So row 2 implies row 2 minus. Now 4, think about it, 4 minus 4 is 0. So that means I have to multiply row 1 with 4 and then I have to subtract that from row 2. What if I had 2 here? What if I had 2 here? I will do row 2 minus 2 row 1, because 4 minus 2 into 2 is 2 into 2 is 4, 4 minus 4 is 0. So I hope you understood. Now for row 3, I have to make this element as 0 firstly. Now what should I do? See, I have to use row 1 only for this. So what should I do? Minus 1 plus 1 is 0. So simply the operation should be row 3 plus row 1. I hope you understood this. That means we can simply write here. So first row is unaltered, minus 1, 1, 3, 5. Now second row will be, I'll write the calculation here, 4 minus R2 implies, now this 4 I'm writing here. This 4 I'm writing it here, and minus 4 times, now this element I should be subtracting. So 4 minus 4 is 0. So I'll be writing 0 here. Now next 2 minus 4 times minus 1. So what should we get? 6, right? Next I should be writing minus 1 minus 4 times 3. Minus 1 minus 12 is minus 13. So I'll be writing minus 13 here. And next 0 minus 4 into 5. So I'll be getting minus 20. As simple as that. If you have understood this, the question is very, very simple, right? Now for row 3, what will I be doing? I'll simply add row 3 elements with row 1. So minus 1 plus 1 is simply 0. Next 3, this 3 and this minus 1. 3 minus 1 is simply 2. Let me write it here. And then 1 plus 3 is 4. I'll be writing it here. And next 5 plus 5 is equals to 10. I hope you understood this. Right? Now the first step is done. In the first step, we will be making these two elements as 0. So that is done. Now we will be going with step 2. In step 2, I will be making this element and this element as 0 with the help of row 2, right? With the help of row 2. Please remember that, with the help of row 2. So what should the operation be for row 1? See, I have minus 1 here and I have 6 remaining here. So what should I do? Minus 6 plus 6 becomes 0. So I have to multiply row 1 with 6, and then should I add or subtract? I should add, because I have minus 6 here as of now, and I should add row 2 element. And for row 3, what should I do? 2 and 6, what is the relation? So I should multiply row 3 with 3, because 2 into 3 is 6, and then subtract row 2 from that. I hope you understood this, right? So now I'm directly writing row 1 is 6 times row 1 plus R2. Remember, we should make use of row 2 only, because if you use any other row here instead of row 2, if I use row 3, then these elements will change. For example, if I say row 1 is 6 R1 plus R3, whatever, so I'll be getting for example, in row 3, if I write 3 row 3 minus R1, let us say minus R1, then here I'll be getting instead of 0, I'll be getting some number. So that's why we have to avoid that. Okay, I hope you understood this. Anyways, so what should I get here? 6 into 1 is 6 plus 0 is 6. Next, minus 6 plus 6 is 0. Next, we have 6 into 3, 18. 18 minus 13 is 5. Next, 6 into 5 is 30. 30 minus 20 is 10. I hope you understood this, right? Row 2 is unaltered, 0, 6, minus 13 and minus 20. And row 3 again, so 3 into row 3, 3 into 0 is 0, minus R2 is 0. So 3 into 0 is 0, minus 0, 0. Now 3 into 2 is 6, 6 minus 6 is 0. 3 into 4 is 12, 12. Now here, for this element, 3 into 4 is 12 minus 13. So 12 plus 13 is 25. And here I get 3 into 10 is 30, 30 minus 20 should be 50. I hope you understood this, right? So the step 2 is also done. Now these two elements are 0. Now in the step 3, I have to make these two elements 0 with the help of, I should make these two elements 0 with the help of row 3. That means row 1 implies, so what should I do? 5 into 5 is 25, right? So 5 times row 1 minus row 3. So students, you may get it out here. You can even divide row 3 with 25 and proceed. That's fine. The answer will not change. So I think that is better, because row 2 we have to, we have minus 13. So we'll do one thing before we proceed into step 3. We'll do one thing. We will divide row 3 with 25. Can we divide that? Because what is row 3? 25 z is equals to 50. No, can we divide 25 on both sides? The answer is yes. So that's why I can divide row 3 with 25. So what do I get? I get 6, 0, 5, 10, 0, 6, minus 13, minus 20, 0, 0, 1 and 2. I hope you understood. This is 2. Okay. Now yes, what is the operation on row 1? We have to make this as 0 and this as 0 with the help of row 3. So operation on row 1 should be row 1 minus 5 times row 3. We have to use row 3 only. Okay. And for row 2, what do we do? Row 2 plus 13 times row 3. I hope you understood this. So for first element, 6 minus 0 is 6. Again, this is 0. 5 minus 5 is 0. 10 minus 10 is again 0, right? 10 minus, so this element, 10 minus 5 into 2 is 10 minus 5 into 2 is 10. 10 minus 10 is 0. Next we get a 0. 6 plus 0 is, I think, 6 minus 13 plus 13 is 0. Now for this element, minus 20 plus 13 into 2. So this should be minus 20 plus 26 should be 6. And the last element 0, 0, 1, 2. So ultimately now we are left with so step 1, step 2, step 3. So this is step 3. So the question can be solved in 3 steps. Step 1 is done, step 2 is done, step 3 is done. So what is the first? Now what does the first row correspond here? 6 into x is equals to 0, which implies x is equals to 0. Now what does the second row imply? 6 into y is equals to 6. That means y is equals to 1. And what does the third row imply? Z is simply equals to 2. Now how do we know whether this, the values of x, y, z, x comma y comma z, we get it as 0 comma 1 comma 2. How do we know whether it is correct or not? We simply back substitute them in the original equation. So replace x with 0, y with 1 and z with 2. So 3 into 2 is 6, 6 minus 1 is 5. So we get correct. Again in the second equation also, 4 into 0 is 0. Plus 2 into 2 is 4. 4 minus, I think, second equation probably, so y is 1, I'm right. So for second equation, 4 into 0 is 0. 2 into 1 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. 0. 3 into 2 is, I think, y is 1, 3 into 1 is 3, 3 plus, I think z is 2. So 3 plus 1 is, 3 plus 2 is 5. Perfect. So I hope you understood. No? For the last equation, we have x as 0, y is 1, so 0 plus 3, and z is 2. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So we get that as 5. So that's it, student. This is very, very simple. So I recommend you to kindly watch it again if you have not understood any of the steps. The question is very, very simple. Thank you for watching the video.